Hey, shalom to the elder, Sagala, Yabashkata, Brakadam to you in the house. You see my jaw, spoke up. So I always say, hey, shalom to the brother Malaka, Yabashkata, Brakadam to your household. I wasn't going to sit down, but you know how it is. I'm out in Old Town, so Kala Yabashmal Shai. My jaw kind of hurts, so bear with me. So Tuwadi Yabashmal Shai. So first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai. Thawada Yahweh Shemel Shai and Thawada Yahweh Shemel Shai. All glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. And I wanted to get into something which is going on. Hey, shalom to the brother Ishaya. Yahweh Shai is the righteous. Yahweh Shemel Brakathum to your household. And shalom to the brother Karatazar. Yahweh Shemel and Brakathum to you in your household. Shalom. King. So bear with me again, as is, you see, I'm a little swollen up. You know, which I was already dealing with it, but then it just got bad when I got off of work. So I'm gonna grab this. First, I'm gonna pull up something on X, which Esau Edom is showing his true colors. Yeah, the wild elder, Liam Kaya, Rapapium, Laya, Yabashta, and brought them to you in your household. You know, it's always something, but this is the, the word has to go out. So I wanted to get on something which is very important on the likewise of what's going to happen, because it's ultimately, as they're saying, there's not going to be race wars in this world. So this is breaking news from Fair Use, breaking news. Slovakia. Press the wrong button. Breaking news, an all-white town returning to the land in Arkansas. See this? See these Edomites? And these are not old school baby boomer Edomites. These are white millennials and Gen Z, the new ones, which is I'm a millennial, and it's all the way to I think 1991. And Gen Z, which is these are the the ones younger than me. It is in Arkansas. Ozark Mountain is creating a lot backlash from residents verifying in NBC that there's no blacks, no gays, and no Jews. Which, we understand that Jews, what they're talking about are the Edomites and Amalekites, but it's really just about blacks. And also, they're putting their so-called Mexicans, so-called everybody, to allow to live in a town, white millennials and Gen Zs, as the sun towns down. Yeah. Oh yeah, Khan, I seen that, elder. I was going to look at it, but I've been saying, but this is the spirit. This is towns have yet to be tested in court, which most likely be coming soon due to viral it is becoming. Viral, And worth noting that there have been several all-white and black towns created in American history, but it appears Arkansas is going to stick to the traditions of past. So what happened with Black Wall Street is what happened. So we got to see. We're going to get into it. Grab this. As we went into, bear with me. Actually, I'm going to grab this first. I'm going to get into race wars, which is prophetic. And we understand that when they say all white town, they're talking about Edomites, MAGAs, Trumpers. So this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against kingdom, and kingdom against kingdom. So you're seeing that they're bringing back the old things. So ultimately, it's a division of the people. As he said, they shall bring sedition among men and invading one another. When they're invading, they're going to be attacking one another. A man will not regard his neighbor. They're going to go around and attack him. Let me grab. This is a Sirach chapter 13, verse 16. All flesh consorted according to this kind. So if you ever wondered, when people go into jail, they always, when someone's in a situation, when it comes to in a high stress situation or something of their survival, they always tend to go with what naturally their own people or their own kind of own people. That's why the scriptures say that they shall was it in Jacob's trouble? They shall flee from their country to their country. And Esau, Edom, ultimately, they go around stealing it. So they're just going to pretty much go onto people that think like them. And remember, he said that he set a difference between the spirits. Hey, shalom to the brother Hananya, and Barakatum. As Esau, Edom, his spirit is not upright with him. He's outside the temple. He said he has profane men. So they're going to find people just like them. And Esau, Edom, ones that hate so-called black men, so-called Mexicans, so-called all you tribes. Every last one, they hate you. Why? Because their spirits do not consort with you. They only accord unto their people, which vile, demonic, self-entitlement. So they're going to go into it. So all flesh consorted according to his kind. And a man will cleave unto his likeness. So Esau, Edom is now knowing that this dangerous time. Let me grab it. Because it was a video of some, he's probably a terror because Esau only does stuff. But he looks like a so-called Jake man. He's going around and he's been arrested multiple times sniffing, like women's derriere, just going around just sniffing booty. So it's like, dude, like, but that's the type of niggas that are gonna be out here in Jacob's trouble. Let me grab it. So we were about to see major evils here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand now for thyself and seek out glory that be like thee. So we're consorting to our own kind. Let me grab that. Karat Dazah. Khan. This is a second. This is from the elder. A quote. Esau sees the Babylon can't be healed. Yeah, they're ultimately seeing that their only hope, Trump, he's through. He's finished. Out of there. Yeah, we're yeah, that's the type of man that's going to be out here in Jacob's trouble, getting at these women, going out and committing crimes against people just because ultimately they've been so, Esau Edom built a society of sex cells, but then he put them in the minds of these women to like deny 40% of the world's population, men population, for them that they're just so defiled in their minds that ultimately they're going to just take it when the police are going on. And that kind of creep, I'm going to just show a picture of this guy, which he looks perceived to be a Jake, but he's probably a terror. It's like, that's Esau's spirit kind of stuff. Look at this. See that? He's right there hiding, sniffing. You see that in their face. Like he's probably one of those dudes, when someone's like over sexualized, pheromones, like draw smelling. See, that's the type of dudes that are gonna be roaming down the streets. And they see that, so they said we have to get protection. And so what is Esau Edom doing there? They shall have guns. I'm gonna just have swords in their hand. I'm gonna grab that too. So let me just grab this quote. Yeah. And Trump fed them lies and they ate it up, and Babylon's going down drain. There's nothing that they can do about it but run to the woods. And that's ultimately what they're doing. As they're going to their safe spots. Where's that scripture? Because, when you're with your people, like going to a barbecue. Yeah, going to a barbecue. Yeah. When you go to somewhere unfamiliar, what do? You tend to go to people that look like you. We all have that term, like you in an all-white place and you see another Jake, you be like, hey, and you feel comfortable, you automatically become friends. Well, that's the spirit. That's why it's happening. Yeah, let me grab this. A sundown town was a town, city, they're mostly in the Midwest. There's a vast number of it in Iowa, places that you tend to be racist, Kansas stuff. They have sundown towns. Sundown towns is and then they had it in the South, but Jake overtook the South. So that's why they're doing it in Arkansas, I have relatives from Arkansas. It's like a mixture. It's a lot of Jake, but it's most of those Jakes are Gadites, Reubenites. Hey, shalom to the brother Israel, grace, Yabashkata, and Barakatum to you in household. And Gad tends to stick to itself. And a sundown town was a town and city in the United States that were many years included, right after slavery, especially, when Jake was severely outnumbered, including black people and other minorities which reside within and remaining within boundaries after sundown. It says if they would be there, they would be pretty much strung up, because, The towns often enforce this exclusive thought of various means, including signet, social pressure, and violence. So Esau Edom's going back into that spirit. He's about to show his horns. Let me grab that. Because this is ultimately biblical prophecy being fulfilled. Because they feeling the pressure. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Rejoice, ye in heaven, so the Israelites, those particularly the elect of Israel. Because he said our minds are in the clouds, basically. Our minds is looking up to the salvation and dwell that therein. We're seeking, he says, hasten the day of the coming of the Lord, which that's our kingdom coming. Shalom to the Israel's grace, and to you also. Ye dwell therein, one to the inhabitations of the earth and the sea. So these people that have the mindset of this carnal kingdom, which is not going to, is going to pretty much be destroyed. For the devil has come down onto you having great wrath. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to start setting up militias. They're going to start, see Esau, Edom, they're already, these preppers, if you go into the prepper show, they were always talking about they're going to get people together. And then once they do, they're going to weaponize, fortify their compound. And then they're going to go and search for resources. Where do you think they're going to get the resources? The story pertaining to biblical prophecy, what did it say? They said these shelves are going to be empty. They're going to be getting it from you. He said, let me grab it for you. The devil because he has a short time. As the elder put the quote of what he was saying, he said they know that pretty much this empire is finished. Trump has it, so they know that they have to, the new Edomite, they think that the only how the Edomite empire can come is through as what Edom has always did, the sword. This is 2nd Ezra. Let me grab the brother's precept. This is Job chapter 18, verse 18. He shall be driven from the light into darkness, chased out of the world. And that's ultimately, they said they shall be consumed with the spirit of his mouth. Why is that? The prophets are exposing them. We expose what happened with Trump. We have exposed as the elders and apostles of GMS, as they were speaking on it, as they seen it in the spirit that was Nero. It's all ultimately, we know, from the Heavenly Father that has exposed him. So going back into it, watch him call me 20 times. Jake, don't take no for an answer. This is 2nd Ezra chapter, but they shall be chased out of the world. So they're being consumed there. Ultimately, Esau he's in the spirit of Cain. Let me grab it. That's what this say, the light, meaning, as Esau, Edom likens themselves as the Illuminati, those ones, but now the light's being shined. And when Esau is a fugitive, let me grab that real quick. Bear with me. I forgot where it's at. Fugitive. I'm going to get the definition real quick. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall henceforth yield unto, it shall not henceforth yield thee to her strength. But Esau, Edom, a shalom to the brother, to your household. It shall not yield forth for strength. That's why Esau, Edom, because he has that curse put upon him of him having leprous skin, and also that the land will not give forth its strength. That's why they colonize other places. If you ever wonder why no other empire they did well, but Rome, Greece, they were very heavy upon taking places from other land, because when Esau, Edom owns a place, it doesn't give its yield. So they have to go and steal other resources from other people, or pretty much put forth slave labor. Yeah. And going to this thing, it was in scriptures that say that when people had to carry a bushel of grapes, it took 2 strong men to carry that. Like, that's how heavy it is. Right? These grapes now, which is, if you go into wine grapes, the reason why they're wine is because they're small. They're like this, those GMO grapes that you eat that are big as shit, those are not real. Those are man intervention. And they are very poisonous to you. But the grapes that are now natural, they say, they're little tiny, a bunch of seeds. It's mostly seeds in them. So that's why they use those as wine. If you didn't know, like Chardonnay, look at them. They're tiny grapes that have not much meat on them. Why? Because Esau Edom, he's a fugitive, and a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be on the earth. So, but now they're being chased out of the earth, pretty much out of that hole they've been hiding from, and that mass. As what's that called? Scooby Doo. We pulled off the mask. You filthy, and that's why they're so mad. You filthy Israelites. Niggers, they call you. Niggers and everything. Wetbacks. Esau Edom is through it. So the word fugitive means that shit hurts, man. Bear with me. Fugitive, meaning a runaway, missing, to flee or run away. Yeah. Let me grab this real quick. This is Obadiah, and I'm going to grab the scriptures before, but I like that one. If the thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would thou not have stolen or tilled them that they had enough? But great gals, so, when someone comes and steals, they don't empty out your entire house. They steal the valuables. That's what it is. And they leave whatever they don't need. But grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? So if someone come, they're never gonna get all of them. Even if you go into them, they're not gonna get all of them. But the Heavenly Father, what he's going to do to Esau Edom is every last possession, everything, even your children are all going to be taken from the entirety, all the gold you laid upon, and and how is the things of Esau searched out? This is Obadiah first. How are it hitting things sought out? How does he do that? He does it in nefarious ways, pays people off. That's how wicked Esau Edom is. And that's what the question Obadiah was posing through the Spirit of the Lord. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world. So Esau, he's the end of this world, that being Ernos, age, the end of heathen rulership. That's the age that was put forth. When Daniel had the vision, Nebuchadnezzar, it already started the age of heathen rulership. That's why it was the end of the beginning of our captivity, basically, which is the northern kingdom going into it. Because, they didn't actually were that far off from the captivities when Assyrians capture. Northern kingdom went in captivity first, and then Judah, but that was the beginning of it. So you're going into it. And ever since then, that age has been since even now. Even if we had a little break of that 1,000 years they call the Dark Ages, we were still in a state of perpetual sin. But now this age is ending off. So Esau is the end of this. So when he got his demonic pink ass in power, that was the start of their end. When he got pink, and they knew it. That's why they were in such a rush state to put forth their enterprise, which is their plans to try to eradicate Jacob off of it. And Jacob is the beginning that follows. So that's the ensign that they're talking about, that banner of us being standing on these highways and hedges, which I'm not on the highways and hedges. I'm doing a sit down, but obviously you can tell why. And then also, I'm in a place, I'm in this pretty nice hotel room. So, Lord willing. So this is James chapter 5, verse 3. Your gold and silver is canker. So canker means it's corrupted. When something cankered, it's defiled. And the rust of them shall be. Imagine someone give you a gold chain, and gold doesn't rust. But imagine you have you have something of a metal, and they give you it all rusted out. You don't want that shit, because that once it starts rusting, that's the end of it. It's the structural integrity is going to fall down. So that silver and gold you build, the integrity has failed. And the rust of them shall be a witness against you. And ye shall eat your flesh as it was with fire. You're going to be devoured, and ye shall heap treasure together for the last days. So you're building up a thing, ultimately, that you're going to vomit it up, and the Israelites are going to take up that resource. So you're doing it for no reason. You're heaping, and it's Let me see. Riches profit nothing in Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Wait. It's Proverbs 10 and Proverbs 11. So let me grab it. Let's double it up. This is Proverbs 10 verse 2. Tainted wealth has no lasting value, but righteousness living can save you. See that? So it's tainted. It's cankered. So it's not going to do anything. So this is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver thee from death. So it's not going to end up good for you, Esau. So your city, all this thing, all these preppers that are doing it, it's all going to be for your destruction, and you're going to vomit it up. So the Wadi I just wanted to get these few scriptures, actually. Bear with me. As going into, I did get this lesson for a reason. Wanted to talk about it. He said many great measures. So let me grab this. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands. So that's why you're seeing these white-only things bringing back sundown towns, which is Arkansas. That's going to be, it was already like that reality, but now they're just outright with it. They saying, yeah, we don't want you Negroes there. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading another. So when it says they shall be sedition, this is not just talking about against the government, but it's also going to be rebellions among people just because of their ethnicity and evading one another. So they're going to be going around and stealing each other's resources. That's what you talk about preppers. Up there said they're going to have to scout for resources. That's what they're talking about. They're going to be robbing each other's farms. They're going to be stealing, going to your house to house. That is going to ultimately have martial law. And he said, they shall not regard the kings or princes. They don't care about the laws. The government, you see now, the MAGA has turned on Trump, and of course their actions shall stand in their power. There's no building here anymore. This is now a fallen empire. So you can't build here anymore. Now the people are thinking about how to save themselves from the day of destruction. And a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. When I say they're not building anymore, consumer confidence has fell to an all-time low. So Thawadi al Shai, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a complete lockdown of the world. So Thawadi al Shai, Thawadi al Shai. So first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, DTA, which is Death to America, and a blah, blah, blah. That's right.